millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. And something happened which unleashed the power of our imagination. We learned to talk.
Concept of evil, you might think, well, this isn't evil because I am a nihilist or a Buddhist or whatever religion you might happen to profess to.
Right.
And your concept of it and say, well, this isn't evil because evil isn't really a material thing, reality. It's a concept that I decide, and if I'm Christian, that's how I decided for me, etc.
Right.
So really, what it comes down to, if you're realist or a materialist, nothing is inherently evil.
Correct.
But you said yourself that you had experienced situations where you just thought, well, no matter what I think or believe or whatever, this is definitely evil. You know, or you felt.
I didn't say I have done that.
I said that.
Like I said that,
and I said that, and it's because that's the way society works. It's a limitation.
Not because of your own personal reaction.
I'm saying it. Okay. There's two levels here. I'm not saying something's intrinsically evil, but
that nothing is. Is that what you're saying? That nothing is intrinsically evil?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that nothing is intrinsically evil. That very well may be the case. I don't know. I don't.
Good qualification. Go ahead.
I don't see how something could be intrinsically evil.
Well, evil has to be defined first.
I don't see how anything could be intrinsically evil in and of itself. But that's
not even.
Hang on. Don't make me put you on hold.
I'm sorry.
The thing is that when you say something like that, somebody wants to jump in immediately with anything. Well, how can you say that about such and such? Yeah. I have perceptions of things that I clearly define. I think slavery is evil all the time, full stop, 100%.
Okay.
It was evil when the Israelites sanctioned it in their holy book.
I agree.
They just didn't think so. They thought it was to their advantage, and I happen to think that it is evil. But slavery in and of itself isn't intrinsically evil because slavery is just a concept. Right. Slavery is a label that we put on a condition, and that condition was beneficial to one and harmful to another. And I would say that you could make a good case that it was harmful to everybody because it promotes other things. But this is a huge, complex situation. And the thing is that when I look around and say that I see things that I can easily label evil and good or better and worse, it's because I have my own moral and ethical code, and it's not this idea of individual moral relativism, although I do feel that situations that you can have situational ethics for many things. The way society is built is, for example, I think I'd rather people not steal my stuff. I'd rather people not kill me. So I start to hang out with other people who don't want their stuff stolen and don't want to be killed. And we begin to form a society that way. That kind of relates more to how laws and societies are structured.
Exactly, I understand.
But the thing is that the two are interdependent, because as these societies form and continue to reproduce, it's sort of a not really natural selection, but an artificial selection, where we continue to produce more and more people who share similar moral values.
Of course, because they do better, material, et cetera, et cetera.
Right, they're still just representations of brain chemistry and, nature and nurture. But we've produced people who share similar values. But that doesn't mean that's completely different from stating that something is intrinsically evil. And if I go and make the statement like I did before, that I don't see any good reason to call anything intrinsically evil, that's exactly what I mean. That doesn't mean I'm not willing to label things as evil. If somebody comes up and tries to tell me that rape is good, they're just wrong. There's no two ways about it. They are just wrong. Yes, according to me. And anybody who doesn't agree is also wrong, because I'm the one making the assessment in this case.
Exactly. What I'm saying is that don't you ever have a gut reaction to something you say? See that you then say that's evil, not having thought about it beforehand?
I don't know that I've seen anything that I hadn't. I don't know if I can come up with an example.
Well, how are you defining evil?
Well, when you see you hear about someone killing 14 children who he kidnapped.
No, I don't want an example. I want a definition. How are you? How do you define it? Yeah.
Evil is anything that takes advantage of innocence.
Okay, now see, I would look at evil.
Or ignorance.
If I was going to label, like, I kind of look at it, most time when people say evil, they're saying, do you feel anything is wrong? Like a wrong action.
Yeah.
And that can go a gamut for me, from shutting the door behind me without checking to see if somebody else is coming in. I think that's wrong. I wouldn't call it evil, but I don't think it's right. But at the same time, you have things like...
But slamming the door in their face...
Is it evil, then?
It's
wrong.
I think it's a spectrum.
Right.
Well,
things are more right,
my
more
answer,
wrong.
please, just I'll just say one sentence, I'll hang up.
Okay.
Is that my answer to that is evil to me is anything that takes advantage of innocence.
And I look at it as harming someone whether they're innocent or not. Like doing harm. To me, that's what I guess things that I look at and say this is a violation is when I see people being harmed. Like harm being done to someone. And to me,
what about animals being harmed?
Wow.
That bothers me too on different levels.
Things that in other words, you're taking advantage of the innocence or helplessness or ignorance of that particular thing.
I mean, for example, it bothers me to see lions kill an antelope, but I don't consider it evil. Right. That's my point.
But it would definitely qualify as taking advantage of, some deficiency.
What I'm saying, what my definition to qualify is conscious taking advantage.
I'm pretty sure the lion's conscious of the fact that he's killing.
Yeah, awareness of the fact that you're doing it to take advantage of. That's, to me, what evil is.
Okay. Anyway, we got other callers on the line.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.
Sometimes when I'm up there on the scaffolding, up high, with twist lock cord around my neck and just diving.
If you're still here, you most likely wouldn't die anywhere because God's got a reason for you to be here.